That's my motion.
Second.
So there's a motion and second that the continuing negotiations be closed. Discussion.
So, Mr. Thomas, all of the other things that we've voted on in special sessions that weren't on our agenda, those votes are null? Is that what you're telling me?
No, Ms. Fox, this is the issue in this particular case, is that not all board members were present.
So any motion that we voted on where not all members were present
At a special meeting
where we voted, all of those votes are null.
Correct. That would be correct.
And can you help us with the legal interpretation of that and the board attorney's interpretation?
I'm sorry, you asked two questions.
Help us with the legal interpretation. This is the first time we've heard this.
There's a statutory citation which Colorado Revised Statute 22-32-108 sub 4 says, at any special meeting, no business other than that in the notice of said meeting shall be transacted unless all members are present and shall consent to consider and transact other business. That's what it says.
So, Mr. Thomas, interestingly, this is the first time I've heard this. And so I'd like actually a review of other meetings we've had when votes may have occurred
I think that would be appropriate.
before we vote on this, because I'd like us to be consistent. So I am pretty concerned that perhaps our legal advice has changed, or somehow we didn't catch something just because there was not public dissension.
I don't think the legal advice has changed. This is the first that this came to my attention.
But had we done this before and nobody caught it, so I'm a little confused about it.
Well, go ahead.
I don't see that these issues are particularly related. A vote on this issue of the motion is not related to other votes that we've had in a special session. This is not a special session. This is a formal board meeting. We are all here. We are all able to make this vote.
So, Mr. President, a point of order. My reading of Robert's Rules of Orders this week say that this would be a reconsideration of a motion, and that may only be brought forward by somebody voting on the presiding side, and therefore this motion cannot be on the table.
Well, had there been a valid vote, I think you'd be correct, but I believe that the vote that was taken at the last meeting is null and void, frankly, because it was in violation of statutory authority.
There is a provision in Robert's Rules that in fact addresses that. If there's a vote that's taken that is contrary to law, state law, then that vote is a null if it doesn't exist. And so we are not in a position under Robert's Rules of a motion for reconsideration.
And I'd like to respond briefly to Ms. Barnes' statement. I don't have any problem with going back